This video is to help you experience more rest, something that most of us are short of. But I'm not going to tell you how you should be resting, what to do to rest, or how to make time for restful activities. Instead, I'm going to give you a different way of thinking about rest that will help you to get more of it. So let's start with, what do you think about doing when you think about resting? For most of us, it might be something like sitting down, lying down, sleeping, not doing much of anything, maybe reading a book, maybe going on holiday. What is it for you? What comes up? And just notice that it might be quite narrow. We have developed a quite limited view of what rest can look like. And I think it's partly because we have created it as an opposite to work, as if the two can't coexist. And then also, if you're old enough to remember the Mars work, rest, and play marketing campaign, we've also separated out play as well. So when you think about rest, what might come up is, as I described, kind of focused on resting physically. And physical rest is important, but it is only one type of rest. And actually, what I want to encourage you to try on thinking is, rather than thinking of rest as activities, to think of it instead as a state of being, a way of thinking, a way of experiencing an activity. Because it isn't actually the activity that makes something restful or not. We can be sitting down watching TV and the whole time telling ourselves we should be doing something else and feeling guilty. And that's not a restful experience at all. And we can also be doing something quite physical with our bodies. We could be gardening, say, and be really present and connected with what we're doing and engaged with what we're doing and experience that as restful, of like resting there in that activity by being present in it. And what I love is that if we think about rest as presence and engagement and connection in an activity, then there's so much more potential for rest. Because if rest is limited to certain activities, then the amount of rest that we can get is limited to the amount of time we can give to those activities. But if we can experience rest in maybe any activity by being present and connected and engaged in it, then we can get so much more rest. So for me this week, I've had quite a lot in my schedule. I've come back from holiday. I've also experienced a little bit of jet lag this week. And it could be easy to think that in order to rest, I have to not do things like come up with an idea for this video and record it for you. And that thinking could have me like rushing through this, pushing myself through it, maybe just skipping it altogether. Whereas when I know that I can do this, I commit to it, I'll be present in it and engaged in it, I get to experience it really differently. I get to experience rest within it. And then I also get to prioritize physical rest and having that later as well. But so I just want to invite you to play with this idea, to experiment with it. As you're doing different activities, just consider how you could experience rest within them, how they could be more restful by you being present and connected and engaged in them. And let me know how you get on as well. I would love to hear what activities you find can be restful that you wouldn't have previously thought of in that way.